Welcome to Can Picafort. If you're regular to my channel, you'll see that I have been here before, 3 years ago in fact, and on one of my videos you can check that out and you can see what else is here in Can Picafort. But in this video, I wanted to talk you through why Can Picafort is still a great place to go on holiday in 2026 and beyond, what you can expect here, what the prices are like, some tips on how to get the most out of your holiday in Can Picafort, and also a burning question. Many people see on the news that Mallorcans don't want tourists. So what is it like here on the ground in Can Picafort in Mallorca? Is there an anti-tourist rhetoric, or is it actually welcoming? So I'm going to answer some of these questions in this video. So first off, I'd say that Can Picafort really is split into two parts. You've got what I'd say is sort of the strip area, where there's plenty of restaurants, where there's plenty of nightlife, there's a lot of shops that you can explore. That is definitely a lot busier. It's the busier part of Can Picafort. But if you went further along the coast towards San Paolo, really, you've got a tranquil, beautiful part of Can Picafort. There's sweeping vistas across the Mediterranean Sea. It's a lot quieter. There's a few little restaurants dotted here and there, and it really is a beautiful and tranquil place to hang out in Can Picafort. So saying that, I'd say that there's two parts to this town. But having said that, Can Picafort is nowhere near like what you see perhaps when there's video reports of Magaluf, of Santa Ponsa. Really, this is a lot quieter. You've not got any of the nightclubs that you've got in those towns, but you have got a lot of entertainment and you have got things to do during the evening times as well. You also see that there's a coastline, there's a beach, quite a long beach here at Can Picafort. When I came a few years back, there was quite a lot of sunbeds and parasols that had been set up, and you could also hire lockers to put your stuff in if you wanted to swim in the sea. They've all gone, they're not there anymore, which on one side is good because you've got free rein of the beach, you don't have to pay any more for those sunbeds. On the other side though, you've got nowhere to put your stuff if you want to go in for a swim, so swings and roundabouts there. But I'd say it's a great place if you really do want to go into the sea. And also further along the coast, again heading towards San Paolo in the middle, you've also got an area where you can hire jet skis, where you can hire boats, where you can do paddleboarding. So it really does cater to everyone when it comes to water sports as well. Whether you want to just wanting to sit on the beach, or if you want to enjoy the sea a bit more as well, this place has got you covered. As for restaurants, well, there's plenty along the waterfront, there's plenty along that strip area, as I said, but a key that I would say, and this really applies to anywhere, is check out Google Maps and check out Google reviews before going to a particular restaurant. What I find is that anywhere that is 4.7 and above is a really good spot, is a go-to, and if you're reaching 4.8, 4.9 or even 5, you've hit the jackpot. A place that I went to the other day was a place called Muma, and I was absolutely recommend it. 4.9 out of 5 on Google reviews at the time of making this video, and it was a cheap eat, but it was really quality food. And a lot of the restaurants on the strip are going to be a bit touch and go. But one thing I do notice and that I have seen is that drink prices are extremely competitive, a lot cheaper than you're going to find in the UK. Looking at beers for €2, looking at sangria for €5, perhaps even cheaper. It's a brilliant price. So if you're looking for really cheap and good quality drinks, that really is the place to go. Another great thing about Can Picafort is that you don't need a car to get out and about in this part of town. There's a bus stop which goes to the likes of Alcudia, to Palma, and also on towards Arca. And really, it's ideally situated. It's only about a 5-minute walk from the centre of Can Picafort. It's right by an Aldi as well, and it's a perfect place to get some supplies, get some bits and pieces in if you stay in a hotel, if you stay in an apartment as well. It's dirt cheap, and it's a great place to stop by. So another thing that I also really like about Can Picafort is the street art, the vibes along the walk along the promenade. There's plenty of sculptures as well that you can check out. If you want to know why those sculptures are there, why the street art is there, there's also a QR code that you can scan as well, and you can find out a little bit more about the history of those places. And one thing I've also done below is I've put in a link to some things that you can do in and around Can Picafort, some of the boat tours, and you can book easily below via Get Your Guide. And if you do that, it also helps me and my channel out. I get a small percentage of that booking, and I really, really do appreciate all of the help and all the support that you give me and that you continue to give me as well. Now to answer that question on whether there is an anti-tourist sentiment in Can Picafort, is there graffiti everywhere? Are people not happy with the amount of tourists that are coming through? And the honest answer is, to me, absolutely not. I have not seen a single anti-tourist sentiment in and around Can Picafort. So I hope that this video has given you a bit of an overview of what you can expect today in Can Picafort and why it still remains a great place to go on holiday whilst in Mallorca. I hope that you've really enjoyed this video. If you have, please give me a like and also hit subscribe below. My next travel is not that far away, and it's surely going to be a place that you're going to love to see, perhaps want to explore as well. But until next time, it's ciao for now.